out of these 10 are shaded. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 shaded. That means we have 2 whole and 6 out of 10. 2 and 6/10 is my common fraction. To change that over to a decimal fraction, I know I put my whole number 2, a decimal point, and a 6. Okay, now I'm looking over at my next one. I see there's 1 whole square shaded. And now I have to find out what my common fraction would be by counting the number of parts that are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of them are shaded. So I'm going to have the answer 1 and 9/10. When I change that over to a decimal fraction, I have my whole number 1, decimal point, and what came from my numerator, which is 9, 1.9. Okay, good job so far. Moving on to number 4. It says, change the improper fraction to a mixed number. Circle the greatest number. Before I even start with this problem, I'm going to circle the directions that say circle the greatest number. This way I do not forget. Okay, changing my improper fraction to a mixed number. An improper fraction, remember, that means where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Think to yourself, how do we change an improper fraction to a mixed number? If you were thinking division, you were right. So here I have 7/3. I'm going to change this into my division problem of 7 divided by 3. 3 fits into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Change this into a fraction. That would be 1 as my numerator, 3 is my denominator. That means that 7/3 is the same thing as 2 and 1/3. Now I have 27/8. To change this over, I'm going to do 27 divided by 8. 8 fits into 27 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. Subtract and get 3. My answer would be 3 3/8. So I'll write that over here. 3 3/8. Go ahead and try and convert this last one on your own. 11/2. Try it on your own first. If you got 5 1/2, you are correct. Okay, that means that 7/3 equals 2 1/3. 27/8 equals 3 3/8. 11/2 equals 5 1/2. I do not want to forget my direction of circle the greatest number. Here I'm going to look at the whole numbers. I see the first one, the whole number is 2. Next one, the whole number is 3. The last one, the whole number is 5. That means that 5 1/2 is the greatest number. It's easy to tell with this one because 5 is the greatest out of the other options. Okay, moving on to number 5. Lots of directions here. Let's make sure we read those carefully. Half of a polygon is drawn. Draw the other half of the polygon by drawing the reflection across the line of symmetry. Write the name of each polygon on the line below. Okay, so I see here there are 3 different shapes, but the directions told me that they are only half of the shape. We have to draw the other half by reflecting it over the line of symmetry. Remember, a line of symmetry, you're going to go directly across it. It's like a mirror image of it, a reflection. All right, so to do this, I see that there is one horizontal line going across the top. I'm going to do the same horizontal line going to the right. There's another horizontal line on the bottom. Once again, another horizontal line on the right side. And I see one vertical line going up and down here. And I'll draw that vertical line on the right-hand side. When I look at this shape, I see that there are 4 sides. They're not all equal, but they do come to a 90-degree angle. This would be a rectangle. Okay, this next shape that I have here. I see an oblique line coming down from the left to the right, so I'm going to draw an oblique line from the right to the left. On the bottom, I see an oblique line again, going down from the left to the right, so I'll draw my oblique line reflecting across the top, going from the right to the left,